that the second part of this, the intra-Afghan dialogue, is going to be more treacherous than the long-drawn negotiations between the US and Taliban so far. What's your take on that?
They've always wanted to talk to the U.S. They've always wanted to hold dialogues. This started from the Bonn conference when they were rejected. Second, when it comes to the recent election results, the Taliban had rejected. So, of course, if they're going to reject it, they're not going to address the government. It's quite interesting to me because I'm seeing different side. I think last week, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russia had one of their representatives mentioned that the Taliban would be ready to speak to the government. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing that the Taliban are not mentioning the government. I think the intra-Afghan dialogue is amongst the Afghan people in a personal capacity. And I find that we should really focus on who the delegations will be and that they should be the proper representatives of the Afghans there. I understand that the Afghan government should be a main stakeholder in this process. But now, as I mentioned in many of my interviews before, the Afghan people have a voice. And that voice is going to be displayed, whether it's going to be on social media, whether it's going to be in articles, or whether it's going to be in interviews, or whether it will be in demonstrations. They have a voice, and some voices oppose the current peace negotiation, and some are for it. The Afghan government is standing very still, and they're focused on how the next 7 days will take place before the signing. And as you've seen, Minister of Defense Asadullah Khalid has sent out many messages to the Taliban that we're going to be ready and we're going to take action if we see that you're not going to take this process seriously. So I think that the Afghan government is skeptical, and they rightfully should be so. But I think the Taliban have been very direct in their messages. I don't think that they're going to change in their words. I think they just want to speak to the Afghan people, and they're going to exclude the Afghan government per se, because the Afghan government is also not one voice. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of, there's a lot of uncertainty as far as the political divisiveness is concerned. But thank you so much. That was Mariam Wardak speaking with us on this issue.